We want to give the last word here. We try and end the show on a good note, and someone who's doing some great things out there. We got a little bit of info about it from Lisa at Catholic Social Services, but I want to bring Pika from Kadu Guam onto the show. Good morning, Pika.
Good morning, Chris.
So you guys are doing this great thing at Kadu Guam.
Kadu Caregivers. Kadu Caregivers.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to just kind of run through how we can get involved with that?
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for calling and putting this up for Kadu Caregivers. So really what this program is just allowing us in our small family-run business, Kadu House, to really be the middleman, right? So we partnered with two nonprofits, that is Catholic Social Service and Manelu, which is the former Big Brothers Big Sisters. And by partnering with these two nonprofits, we said, hey, we want to fundraise so that Kadu House can keep our kitchen cooking and cook meals for the people that you service. So for Catholic Social Service, they manage, we chose 3 of their locations where they help individuals. One of their apartment complexes houses the chronically homeless and elderly. And then there's 2 other apartment complexes that house the elderly and the elderly that live alone. So that's who we are going to be feeding with donations for Catholic Social Service. And then with Manelu, they work with families all over the island. And the work that they do with the families is really to educate, inspire, and empower families with children to make a better life for themselves. So we just thought partnering with them is really in line with the mission of Kadu, right? We're all about families and giving back to the community. So they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 locations around the island so far where we will be delivering food with Grab and Grub to the families there that, really could use the support. And so we said, okay, we've got these nonprofits. Kadu can do the cooking, but being a small business, that's a really big budget that we know we would not be able to take on our own. Mm-hmm. So, last week with all the news coming out, it was shocking. We were confused. We were scared. What do we do? How do we pivot our business to become sustainable? To make enough money so that we can pay our employees, pay our vendors, but at the same time, how can we do it by also doing good and really giving back to the community? So that's where Kadu Caregivers program came around, and we said, okay, well, if we're sitting here asking ourselves how we can help our island, then there's got to be everyone else on the island asking themselves that too. Mm-hmm. Because we know that we're, the position that Lenny and I are in, we're in a very fortunate position. We have the resources we need to hunker down at home and self-quarantine. But before this whole crisis hit the island, we know that families were just struggling to put food on the table before this crisis. Right. And now with this crisis, I just can't imagine the real fear and stress that these parents and families are feeling. So we said, let's use our restaurant to really become the middleman, right? And by the middleman, now we're saying, okay, here, we want to do this, and we're opening it up to all of our customers, anyone that wants to donate. Please donate here, and you know exactly where your money is going. And the money is going to pay for the food, and help our team, and it's also supplementing our team's income. 15% of all of the donations will be used to pay our team, and 85% will be used strictly for the food and supplies to make these meals.
Awesome, Pika. You guys are doing great things. You've always been an awesome community partner, you and Len. But I want to talk about the food now because, sure. Donating, that's all great. What are the options? What do you have at Kadu Guam that, people make these donations, you're bringing meals. What kind of meals are we talking about? And say it slow. Say it slow.
Okay. Well, for the meals, we have to be very strategic so that every dollar goes as far as it possibly can.
Right.
And at Kadu, our bread and butter is the Kadu that we make. And, even in our families, growing up ever since, right? When we have big families, Nana would always stretch that one chicken
Man, I'll tell
into
you.
one pot of Kadu, and it could feed the whole family.
I mean, no knock on Jesus and, turning the fish but my grandma could take one chicken and cut it into about 582 little pieces and feed 40 people with it, It's
Right.
crazy. So, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Kadu as a meal. You're right. This is a meal that's rooted in culture and people kind of like dealing with the short end of the economic stick, get a big pot of something and, people, there's that sense of community, sharing a big pot of Kadu.
Yeah, right. And I mean, of course, in these housing developments where we'll be feeding the families, it'll be a family gets buckets of Kadu for them to share amongst themselves, so that we're not, we're not putting people in harm's way. But yeah, so it'll definitely be our cut and manuk. And bone broth soups are so nourishing, and there's so many health benefits. Aside from just the nostalgia of sitting down to a nice hot pot of Kadu, really there are so many health benefits just to shore up your body in ways that, you don't realize it's happening, but it's strengthening your bones, it's healing your gut. So yeah, we're really excited about this, and we've been overwhelmed.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we launched this on Monday, and we're overwhelmed at the response. The primary way we are receiving donations are people are going online to our website. That's kaduguam.com, and then you're clicking the order online button. And then you can add your donation to your cart and pay as if you're buying food, right?
Right.
And that's where a majority of our donations are coming in. And I can say up until last night, so we did this maybe for the first 48 hours, we've raised $3,325.
Wow.
Yeah, it's, it gives me the chills. It really shows me how much people have to give, how big people's hearts are, and we really, this is Guam in its true sense. Everybody lifting each other up, everybody giving what they can when they can, for those that don't have it right now, right? So, I mean, we've already scheduled the first we've already scheduled for the rest of the week. We're going to be feeding 329 individuals. And, next week we're going to just keep banging it out every day, and we'll go as far as we can with these donations.
You do that. Pika, congrats. Thank you so much. We just wanted to give you the last word and put something positive here on the end of our show.
Oh, thank you guys. and I also just want to mention Kadu Guam is open for regular service,
right,
between Monday through Friday between 4 and 8.
And you guys have always been kind of a grab and go and not a dine-in facility, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're set up for this takeout business, right? Things are a little different. We don't allow anybody in the store. We definitely have very strict protocols with our team. They're self-quarantining if they're not at work, and we only have 3 individuals working at a time. But so we are open for dinner service, and we appreciate anybody that comes in or anybody that orders from us. Also, if you're self-quarantining at home and you don't want to venture out into the world, our partners at Grab and Grub, this is a new app that is available for everybody here on island. You just download the app on your phone, or you can even go online, and you can get the food delivered directly to you. And maybe you're not hungry, but you have a family in mind that could use the food and the love and the nourishment. Go ahead and go on the Grab and Grub app and send the food to them and brighten somebody's day and make their tummies happy at the same time.
Thank you, Pika.
Yeah, thank you guys, and God bless you, and God bless Guam.
Okay, you got
Be
it.
safe.
Pika Fejeran of Kadu Guam, and of course
They've
Kitchen
got their
Lingo.
they got their Kadu Caregivers program underway. They partnered with Catholic Social Services and Manelu, Guam. I think she said they were providing meals to their facilities. 3 for Catholic Social Services. They have a facility for the chronically homeless and elderly units. And Manelu, I think they're servicing about 5 different programs under them for a total of 8. And for people that want to make a donation, you can go to kaduguam.com to make a electronic transfer of cash that way, so that they can keep the program running. And she said, this week they're looking at serving over 300 329 meals this week.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep going, keep banging